Hey, what's going on YouTube? Marine X back at it again. Some weekly deals for you. I'm going to say this again, okay? I recommend that you turn on all notifications. I even recommend that you think about joining channel memberships. Like for instance, today, this video is probably going to be released 4 or 5 hours for channel members before everyone else. And if you want to get stuff before coupons expire, before they just delete the coupons because too many people purchase the items or whatever, just a recommendation. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your time or your money, but if it were I and I was trying to get some good deals, that's what I would do. Also, another thing, big deal days or whatever the hell they're going to call it for October's coming up for Amazon. Make sure you get subscribed to the channel for that as well. They listen, Amazon knows when they have a good thing, and they are just once again trying to come up with ways to remove money from our Velcro wallets. First thing I want to talk about here is the Everyman Pen. Now, these Everyman pens I had, the first one I got was 3 years ago. It was just, it did not impress me. It didn't. They have since made improvements, and you can now more easily change out the inner guts with common refills like from Parker and stuff like that versus whatever the hell they were using before. Okay, so that makes it a little bit more impressive. So these things are normally $55. They're now down to $49. But then there's also a coupon that I can have that you can add. It's called Get 15 Off for an additional 15% off. That's going to drop most prices down. So if I throw it on this one right here, you can see it drops me down to what, 41 bucks. So that's a pretty good deal for these type of pens. This is the one that kind of drew my attention the most, but they got tons of different options and styles and cells, and you can get them in OD green, you can get them in yellow. They have Turkish towels and blankets and all sorts of stuff that you can check out. Now, Esar is having a flash sale, 40% off some items, up to 40% off some items. And here's the thing, they are definitely innovating. They're always updating your stuff. I'm still not the biggest fan of the regular card holders, the one or aluminum ones, but any of the ones that are made of leather, oh yeah, those things get grandpa excited. I'm glad that they've updated the Finder card finally, so that's a good thing. So one thing that kind of jumped out at me is the Esar wallet. Normally this thing comes in at $89. It's 62 bucks. You can get it in all sorts of different colorways. The premium versions are normally $109, that they're knocked down to $76. So that's something that you can consider as well. This is the one that I have, and then right behind me I have a laser machine, and I engrave my own topo design in it. Whenever I carry this thing, I feel really, really good. I feel like luxury. I feel elegant whenever I have this one in the pocket as well. They also came out with a grid backpack. I don't have it. I've seen YouTube reviews on it. It looks interesting. It looks a little bit stale, but functional. If you've had your eye on this, it's normally $225. They've dropped it down to $180. So that's something that you may want to check out as well. Now, from the luxury feeling, date night feeling type of wallets of Esar, we go over to the industrial feeling, just the get shit done every day type of wallet, but it still has a little bit of dapperness. Dango. Even the Dango DO3 Dapper is on sale, normally $79, 59 bucks. They have a sale on a bunch of different stuff. The ones that jump out at me is I love the M1 Maverick. It's normally $129. No one pays $129. Most people pay about $109, especially on Amazon. But 99 bucks saves you about an additional 10% off the normal selling price. Then we got to talk about the A10 Elements. This is the wallet that I was carrying for a while because you can change out the elements of the wallet. If you get tired of the carbon fiber, you can buy it in G10. You can get it in wood. Like, I like the A10 series. Look at this. So the A10 Elements in carbon fiber, let's say you get tired of the carbon fiber, as I mentioned, you can get it in nickel, which I've never thought about owning a nickel plated wallet before. So that's something as well. I own it in G10. I'm thinking about if I could find the Dango with the walnut edition. I want it in walnut. I would love to have it in walnut. That would be something I would definitely check out. Vertex up to 60% off specific items. If the items that you're looking for are not in that 60% off sale, 25% off the rest of the website. Okay, so 2 different ways to save with Vertex, and I cannot recommend Vertex enough. When it comes to the 60% off sale, these are items that are basically on clearance. The ones that jump out at me is the Overlander. Normally this is like a $229, no, maybe $269 bag. It's dropped down to $150. Only 2 specific colors, but still, nonetheless, you can get it for 150. You can get it in brick red, or you get it in blue. Big old bag, still has the CCW compartment. So when you throw the items in your cart, the only items that will get the 25% off will be regularly priced items. Anything that's in the 60% off sale, it won't apply to. But you can get they have some flannel shirts that are included in the sale. They have the older version of the ruck rollers in that sale. Lots of different, like the women's flannel, and they have the garage rate jackets. Actually, I kind of like this one. Let me check. Let me check this one out. But just different things to think about if you've been trying to check out Vertex. I've already told you guys plenty of times, they make my favorite trousers, the Vertex Ready Pack 3.0. I need to do a full review on that thing because I didn't think I would like it as much as I do. I like don't get it twisted. I love me some 2.0, but the 3.0 is growing on me, especially when you pair it with some armor from Premier Body Armor. Yeah, more on that to come. SRK, the squid. Now listen, the squid is almost long forgotten about, but the squid is an OG when it comes to budget knives below $50. I mean, the squid is an OG. Stainless steel scales. This is a Lucas Burnley design. Normally $32. You can get the one that's thumb studded. That's the one I like a little bit more than the one that has the hole. But the $26.99 frame lock, very budget steel. You know, but if you just want a knife that it's, you know, 8 CR 13 MOV, you're going to be sharpening it a little bit more often, but who cares? I think this is a good looking knife. You can also look at like the Pilar. I think that's on sale as well. But out of those two, I like the squid a little bit more. Thumb stud version, frame lock, $27. I mean, this is just like a no brainer for me, particularly. You can also, it's almost small enough to carry on a keychain if you want to do that. You can do that as well. VOD Seed is having a sale, about 15% off select items. The 15% off is automatically applied within cart. Okay, so if you have your 15% off sale, it's, you know, the corgi. So normally the corgi is $79. I think that drops it down to like 67 or something like that. Math for Marines, whatever the case may be. But if you throw it in here, you can see the corgi is normally 69. It drops it down to 67. The raccoon cub is normally 49. It drops it down to 41. So it's auto applied in the card. They have some definite bangers in here that you may want to check out. I love VOD Seed's crossbar lock. So if that's something that you've been interested in, if you want to grab it up, and I also like the button lock as well. So different options for you. The two that jump out at me though are the corgi and the raccoon cub. So check those out when you get an opportunity. Jump into some of these Amazon deals. So this one here is all right, so this one here is the portable jump starter. This thing is 12 volts, 2,500 amps. This is going to be able to handle a larger vehicle. They also have the 1,500 amp, but they have a clickable coupon that gets you $30 off. That's pretty good, right? Then they also have, I also have a coupon code that's going to get this thing all the way down to about $42. That's a great deal for this. Okay, you're going to have a portable jump starter, 8.5 liters for gas, 6.5 liters for diesel, a very long standby time for this for $42. I don't know when it expires, guys. Paste it, try it out. I tried it out earlier. You can see some stuff in my cart. Whenever you see stuff in my cart, I'm trying out the codes myself to see if they work. All right, next here is the Hoto electric screwdriver. This is a 3.6 volt. This is what I call like a kitchen junk drawer screwdriver, but this is a little bit more luxury. Normally I would recommend like the Skill for $19.99 or the Skill with the USB-C for like $24.99. This one is for the one that's in an apartment that you know they won't use the tool if it doesn't look good. That's why I recommend something like this. They're going to a dorm room. They have a brand new apartment. We have one of our friends. She just moved. She just bought a house. She won't keep tools unless they look good and they function. They have to do both. So if I were to buy her a cheap Skill, which I think is functional for $19.99, that thing's gonna get lost in the sauce. Whereas this Hoto, this thing normally lives at $59.99. That's the real price it lives at. They've dropped it down to $49.99. Then there's a clickable coupon that gets you an additional 15% off. So that's a pretty good deal as well. I wish they would kind of come out with new colors in this. This has been on the market for a couple years now. It's highly popular. I would love to see it in a white just to make it more attractive, because you really are trying to get the folks who normally would never have tools in their junk drawer, tools at the ready. It comes with a good amount of bits, Phillips slotted. You get some hex, some Torx. So you got a nice few options there as well. So next is the Vortex. This is the S6 tire inflator. This is a heavy duty tire inflator. This is a heavy duty one. Some tire inflators can't handle inflating like truck tires. Like I mentioned, I drive a lifted truck where I can run max PSI 65, and I normally keep my front tires at 50 and my rear tires at 45. Depends on the time of the year. Sometimes I go higher, sometimes I go lower, but I need a big tire inflator with a big battery that can stand up on its own, doesn't rattle all over the ground, and it can handle at least 2 of my tires. Whenever I need to inflate tires, it's normally 2. It's not, I don't have to do all 4 unless I haven't driven my vehicle in months. But this thing can handle some heavy duty type of stuff. This thing lives at $159. They haven't added this clickable coupon, this $40 coupon, since early August. So that gets this thing down to 99 bucks. It's going to be able to do your heavier stuff, such as the lifted trucks, your heavy duty rated vehicles. I like the fact that this thing stands up on its own. So for my vehicle, I have an air compressor built into my truck, so I can just run air directly from my truck. But if I needed an external air compressor, this is something that I would throw in my vehicle, hands down, no issues whatsoever. They also have it in this dark cyan that doesn't have the coupon. So the vivid orange, I don't think you should care what these look like, because these are just going to be stored in the bed of your vehicle or some storage bin or something like that anyway. Surge protector. Now I talk about stuff for your man cave, stuff for your everyday carry. This jumped out at me because it normally lives at $29. They dropped it to $24. Then there's a clickable coupon that gets you $3 more off. Here's the thing I liked about it. It's running at 15 amps. That's good. That means in theory, you can plug up an item that draws more power from the wall, and it won't trip the circuit. It won't trip the breaker in this actual surge protector. But I like how spaced out the plugs are. I'm a big fan of how spaced out these plugs are. That means when you plug stuff up, they won't be crowding next to each other. I like that it has USB-C ports for charging and USB-A. I mean, yeah, I wanted to show this to you because this is the type of stuff I would throw in my man cave, hide it underneath a workbench or a desk. In theory, it can handle like a grinder, maybe a table saw, probably not. I wouldn't trust it, but whatever. 15 amps, throw that in there, you're good to go. Has a long cord as well, almost 7 feet, 6.5 foot cord. The EcoFlow, this is the Delta 3. I'm using the Delta 2 to run this entire recording, run this entire desk as we speak. The Delta 3 has replaced what I had. This is the Delta 3 Plus. This is a 24 watt hour LiPo 4 batteries. It includes the bag. That's an $80 value. This thing does normally run at $900. I've seen it drop down to about $750. At $649, it's the lowest price since they released this. They just released it last month, and they're giving you the bag, which in theory drops another $80 off of this thing. Very good deal. There's other ways to get more money off if you redeem it with other items, and you can click that type of stuff and check out and see how can you save even more money on this. But if you're trying to find a solution that can run a lot of stuff in your man cave and also take RVN with you or something like that, oh yeah, hands down, I would take this with me all day long. Looking at this next one, the CJRB Pyrite Light. Okay, originally they released this in green, and they released it in this blue with both of them with the black coated blades. Then they released it in the blue with the satin finish or whatever finish that is, and then they released the Stormtrooper, both for $39.99. I've seen them drop to $33, but this is the first time I've seen this clickable coupon to get you 12% off. What that's really doing is getting you down to $29.99. I like the CJRB Pyrite Light. I like the blade steel. The scales are cool. This is just a great banger of a knife that you can give to somebody. They will feel like you gave them a high quality knife, and you can, in theory, can spend less than $30. So go for that. It would be my recommendation. The Kershaw Leak. I like the Kershaw Leak a ton. It's rocking 14C28 blade steel. It has a speed safe technology. It has a dual locking system. So that means you can lock it and then you can lock it again to keep it from opening. Fantastic. I like the one with the little partial serrations because this is going to let you cut fibrous materials easy in an easier manner, such as cardboard right down the middle or rope. Fibrous materials hate serrations, and a partial serration is something that can help you out. Normally $59.61, 7% off, $55 $56. Not a huge cut, but it rarely goes on sale, so I wanted to kind of identify that for you guys. This is the TomTalk belt bag. It's only 1.5 liters. It's going to be big enough for like a wallet and a phone, like just a couple of items, maybe a stick of gum, some chapstick. Not a ton of stuff you're going to be throwing in here. However, you see they got a pair of glasses in here, an iPhone 16 or whatever the hell that is, earbuds, charger. Not a lot of stuff, but this is really good for if you're trying to, if you have a teenager that they want to get in the sling. They always see you have one, and you want to give them something that's high quality. TomTalk makes great bags. You can grab this thing. It comes in multiple colors. It's normally $29.99. You see it's female focused. I really don't give a lot of suggestions for females very often on the channel. I think this would be very female friendly. This would be something, especially Mrs. X loves OD green. I can see her rocking this in an OD green color. Let's take this to like a festival. The fairs are coming up, stuff like that. Throw this around the body, and it can swap out for a purse, a little bit more comfortable. You can still keep everything you need in there, like a phone and air tags, etc., etc. Normally $29.99, 20% off at $24. The Olight, this is the i1R2 Pro. I hate these names, but normally $21.99. It's on, technically it's on sale 15% off for $18.69. I oftentimes will carry the i3 EOS or whatever the hell that is. That's 90 lumens, and it's normally $9. Okay, double the price, double the lumens, and this one here is now rechargeable internally. So I like the little flashlight that I carry pretty often, but that's AAA battery. So now I have the added cost of buying AAA batteries, where this one has an internal battery where you twist it in the middle and you can charge it right there in the middle. So that might be something you're looking for. We're coming up on Halloween. Maybe you want to get the pinwheel color or the pumpkin color. So check that out as well. This is a great little keychain flashlight, or a flashlight to wear when you're wearing like lighter duty clothes and you don't want something bogging you down, but you still want a flashlight. There you go. The Concept Stellar. This is normally $180, 50% off for $90, $89.60. This is going to be discontinued to my understandings. If anybody knows anything different, let me know. An older super steel with the CPM S35EN, still a great super steel, but a lot of folks are now creaming all over Magna Cut and stuff like that. Still a great and capable knife, frame lock, titanium scales, etc., etc., etc. If you want to get just a high-end knife that makes you feel good inside, here you go. If you've been checking this thing out, Concept has a great warranty. They make great knives, flipper only. But I like the design of it. I love the pocket clip. I love how thin it is. Just overall great, good design. The SOG Power Leader. Now this is I would say, so the Power Access is the biggest brother when it comes to the Power Pint, and then the Power Leader kind of like is a kissing cousin of it. This is normally $67. It doesn't live at $67. You see right here, the black one's $54. That's where it normally lives. So you're really actually saving about $12. So $42.20. It's a savings of 37% for the list price. It doesn't stay at the list price. I like to just keep it real with you guys. 1901 tools, lots of tools. I like the way, my favorite thing about SOG multi-tools, I just like their stonewash finish. They look good. Okay. If you don't use your multi-tool a lot, you want it a part of your kit and you want it to look good, SOG makes some of the best looking multi-tools. I will give them that. So 22% claim, jump on that sooner than later if you want to get it. Now the Pelican Ruck, the R40 case. I like these little Pelican cases. I have this one here. This is the 1015. I will get these things and just keep all sorts of knickknacks that I want to throw in a bag, but I don't always need it. This lives on my workbench. If I'm going to go to a specific type of rug where I'm going to be in the woods longer, I'll grab this, throw additional items in it, and just kind of rock it out. Normally $67, $95, let's call it $68. They've dropped this down to basically $44. That's a saving of 35%. It comes in multiple colors. I don't know if every color's on sale. Let's check it out. Nope, every color's not on sale. So the OD green, which is the one I like the most anyway, is the one that's on sale. So grab that if you want to keep your small knickknacks in it. They say it's crush proof. I wouldn't test it out like that. They are watertight. I have tested that before. So there you go. We have the Streamlight. This is a $400. This is a UV light. If you're the person that's always checking dollar bills to see if they're $20 bills to see if they're real, if you always need to inspect something to see if there's any stains or stuff like that, you have a new puppy, or you work in a hotel business and you want to check stains and stuff like that, a UV light might be your way to go. Maybe you live in the desert and you're looking for scorpions. I don't know, but all those stuff can be identified with the UV light. So this is normally $108. This has always been overpriced. It normally lives at $88. I don't know why this thing is always overpriced. I guess it's because it's a high quality UV light. Might be the reason why, but they've dropped this thing down to $48.80, 55% off, 6% claim. Jump on that if you have a use case for it. This is the Cocoon Grided. This is one of those large grid items that you can put in an entire bag. And if you're always going from bag to bag, maybe you have different kits that you use, you can keep everything organized and take it out and put it in an entire different bag instead of having to move each additional item one by one. That might work out for you. Okay, that might be something that you may want to do. You see some folks use art supplies, some people use EDC stuff, survival stuff, whatever. This is $23.80, normally $27.99, 15% off, 9% claimed. Then we have the CJRB. This is the Rift. This is the older design for CJRB. They used to be real big on putting their logo like very pronounced on the blade. They're starting to get away from that. This is one of those older designs, but it's a flipper, but you also can kind of use your nail to flip it right near the CJRB logo. So you can kind of open this two different ways. Button lock, micarta. It's using their AR RPM9 steel, good budget steel, $32. This thing normally lives at $42. So you're really saving $10. If you're interested in this design, you like some good micarta, I will grab this up. A little bit more expensive than the Pyrite Light, but probably more heavy duty with the liners and the fact that it also has micarta build on it. The SOG Aera, the XR. Listen, SOG is not known for making knives. They're known for their multi-tools that they can put in service members' pockets. Their knives, not so much. This is one that is a little bit more coveted by folks. And this is normally $98, 16% off, $82.40. It is rocking a 154 cm blade steel. I like the purple. That's one thing that kind of drew my attention. Their version of a crossbar lock. So if this is something you've been interested in, there you go. Go ahead, grab that as well. And then finally, this is not on sale. This is a new drop. I saw Neves Knives, Jared at Neves Knives talking about this, and I said, oh my God, I should have let Civivi send that to me. Civivi reached out to me to send it, and I just wasn't really interested in it because I just didn't think I needed a bottle cap lifter and a knife. But now I'm kind of rethinking it after seeing it in Jared's hands. Pause. It just looked different. 2.2 inch blade steel, bottle cap lifter, aluminum scales, Nitro V blade steel. I saw him test out the Nitro V blade steel last year on a Civivi knife, and he was like, I think he tested out the Vision, the FG Vision by Civivi, and he put that thing through the ringer. Not some bullshit torture test. I'm talking about some tests that you may actually do with your stuff, and he was killing it. The Nitro V was killing it. So the list price $70. They've dropped it down to $59.50. I suspect this is the price it's always going to live at, but this might be something that you might want to grab so you can pop open your Coronas, and you can also open up shit. Okay, so that might be some stuff that you may want to check out. Hit the like button. I've helped you out tremendously today. You can thank me with the super thanks down below as well. Doesn't really matter, whichever one you want to do. If this is your first time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.